Everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. So, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, simply put with Price McKinney. Go to YouTube, like, subscribe, simply put podcast with Price McKinney. We're gonna dive right into this. First of all, before I go another further, big shout out to my youngest son. He is the big 2-4. Now, last year when he turned 23, he looked at me and said, Daddy, I'm Jordan. Wow. So I'm sure he's now turned into Kobe because he was 24. But happy birthday to you, son. You make being a dad pretty easy. Love you, man. So, having said that, be responsible. I don't know why this hit me. I really don't because I had no intention of talking about it. But I am going to talk about being responsible as it relates to your children. Okay. Now, this does not apply to everybody. Let me say that from the onset. For those of us, and I say us because there are a lot of people that are in this category, you do not have to agree with everything that the other parent does for the child. That's not your job. I had to learn everything I'm telling you, I've learned the hard way. So please understand that. You're still a parent. Regardless to whether you and the other parent agree on how to parent the kid or kids, you are still a parent to that child. One of the first grown man conversations I had with my dad, God rest his soul, and to this day I'm still grateful for that conversation. He told me, son, whatever you do, make sure you remain and maintain a relationship with those boys. They didn't ask to be here. And I never forgot that. Will I win Dad of the Year award? Absolutely not. Will I win Dad of the Decade? Not even up for the running. But what I am is I'm a dad to my sons. Am I perfect? Nope. Do I do the best I can? Yes. Looking back on it, could I have done some things differently than what I know now? Yes. So my point is this: parenting is on the job training. And you can't parent each child the same way as you do the other. Why? Because they have different personalities. And here's what you got to remember. I remember with my oldest boy, Price Jr., that dude, I don't remember what it was he did, but I had to whoop him. And I called my sister about it because I was 38 hot. He had done pissed me off to the highest levels of festivity. So the time I called my sister, right? So in calling her, I'm blowing the fuse. I'm just flying off. Pop, 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 pop. And she is in hysterics, laughing at me. And I'm like, first of all, I could be, I definitely wasn't going to disrespect her. But I'm thinking there's nothing about this equation that's funny at all. And she finally came up for air from laughing. And she said, you ain't doing nothing but whooping yourself. I said, what does that got to do with the price of tea and shiny? You're just whooping yourself. You were the same way. So she went into, her little soliloquy about that, and I had to tap out. That's all I could do. What's your point? My point is this: your children are you mixed with somebody else. That is it. They're you mixed with somebody else. And again, you can't parent each child the same way. And you give them the same principles, but their personalities are different. Like with my sons, one's an academic, one's an athlete. The academic he ain't bit more interested in sports than the man in the moon. I tried and I figured out it's not his gift. It's not what he wants to do. The other one, basketball, 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 basketball. So again, parenting your kids, especially if the two parents are not together, and even if you are, here's something that you cannot do. And I was guilty of this too many times. Whatever issues that you have with your spouse, with your significant other, with your with the parent of the other child, with the parent of the child, whatever issues you have, whether you're together in the home or whether you're two separate homes, it don't even matter. Don't do that crap in front of the kids. Why? Because kids grow up and they mimic what they see. I regret to this day some of the stuff that I did, some of the arguments we had, and looking back at it now, I can now accept responsibility for it. In the moment, it's like you want to blame everybody and blame that person for the anger that you have for that person, and I understand that. Is it right? Is it wrong? That's up for grabs. It's not even the issue. The issue is your children are watching and listening to everything you do. I remember one of my kids, I don't remember which one it was. He had I want to say a GI Joe at the time. I don't remember his age, but he was real small. It just started to talk. And this dude was literally in his bedroom one day, and he was had his GI Joe. May have been He Man. I don't remember, but it was one of them. And he's pointing his finger, just going at it. Da 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 da. We couldn't quite understand what he was saying because he just started talking, so he was still putting it together. He could say a few words, but not a whole sentence. But he was giving that doll, let him have it, full blown, all in, head first, letting him have it. And we were sitting there watching him and listening to him, and we just turned around and looked at each other, and we had no choice but to acknowledge, you know what, where he got that from, because he's seen us and he's listened to us. So, sirs, I'm putting this on you because you're the man, you're the dad, you're the one that's responsible. I'm not saying that she's not responsible, but I'm giving, if you have to walk away, if you have to go into another room, whatever you have to do, don't do this stuff in front of your sons. Don't do it in front of your daughters. Because, especially for the daughters, they will grow up and they will find a man that is very similar to or just like their dad. Dads, because we're the DNA, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. The DNA and the identity of the child comes from the father. So it is up to us, men, sirs, brothers. It is up to us to lay the foundation, to lay the groundwork, to build something for our kids to stand on, especially when they grow up, and because they will. Trust me when I tell one of my buddies used to tell me all the price. Trust me, they're gonna grow up. And I'm staring down the barrel, and one just my youngest turned 24, my oldest would be 30. They are grown, and they will have their own families at some point. And when they do, guess where they learn it from? Now, do they learn things from other people? Absolutely. It's just life. It is what it is. They're around people. They listen to stuff. They read. They listen to videos. Watch TV. So of course they'll learn things from other sources. But the main source that they would get that from is what's in their home and the parents that they're around. So again, don't do that stuff. Do what you can. And I know every situation is different. This is not cookie cutter. But do the best you can to not expose that stuff to your kids. Because they wind up growing up, and then they wind up having to go through counseling and living out stuff. that they didn't even actually do, but because they saw you doing it. It's hard to be what you can't see. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. So don't give them that. If you've got to walk away, if you again whatever you got to do to try and manage and come back, have those conversations away from the kids. Again, you don't have to agree on everything, but it's about the kids. What works for them. You may come to an absolute complete impasse, but whoever the main custodian of those kids are, you gotta respect that. It's not your job to run that other person's house. It's not your job to manage that other person's house. Yes, the kids are there. You run your home like you run it, that other person will run their home like they run it. And if you live together, then have the conversations. Talk about it. Talk through it. If there's a disagreement, don't do it in front of the kids. Somebody's got to be the peacemaker. And sometimes there are moments, and I'm gonna say this and I'm done. Even though sometimes holding your peace does not bring you peace, but for the sake of the moment and for the sake of the child, do what's best for them. You might have to pick it up, circle back around. Hey, we've got to have this conversation. I can't sit on this anymore. I get it. I totally get it. Again, sometimes holding your peace may not bring you peace, but it's what's needed for that moment. Again, I'm Price McKinney. Simply put, I want to thank you for listening. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Simply Put with Price McKinney. Most importantly, Simply Put podcasts on YouTube. Like, subscribe, watch a video, leave a comment. Again, I'm Price McKinney, Simply Put podcast. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, I'll see you soon.